Hey mamas, do you find yourself frustrated with your kids, wondering why you're losing it, wondering how to stop yelling, how to stop getting upset, wondering how to enjoy them more? Well, one thing I noticed as a life coach and in myself as a mom is that us parents often forget that our kids are kids. We a lot of times get upset when the baby acts like a baby. And we want the baby to be 2 years old already, or the 2-year-old acts like a 2-year-old, and we want the 2-year-old to be a 5-year-old already, and so on and so on, even up to teenage years and young adult years. Now, we all know that the brain's developing until about age 25. We all know that kids are not capable because of their brains, because of their child development, because of inhibition, because of self-control, lack of self-control, because of lack of knowledge and experience. And yet we just forget it in the moment. We want them to be adults, or we just want them to be perfect kids. We know that neither of those expectations are realistic, and we know that we get frustrated when we have unrealistic expectations. So I try to remind myself when I feel myself getting angry, or after I lash out and embarrass myself yelling at my kids, that my kids are kids. It doesn't mean that there aren't consequences, and of course it does not mean that I don't have rules. I definitely expect certain behaviors that are developmentally appropriate, and when they don't meet that expectation or they don't follow the rule of the house, there is going to be a consequence. So I'm not saying that necessarily your parenting should change because of this, but like everything in life coaching, your thoughts should change. And when your thoughts change, your feelings change, and then your actions change. So it is so important to ask yourself, what am I thinking? Is what I'm thinking helpful? Is what I'm thinking true? Is maybe the opposite true? Maybe when I'm thinking he shouldn't do that, he shouldn't be messy, he shouldn't be yelling, she shouldn't be lying, she shouldn't be rolling her eyes. Maybe that is what they're doing at that age. Now, does it mean you as a mom don't have your rules? Of course not. You are allowed to respond however you want to that behavior. But if you start with the expectation that they're not going to be kids and they're not going to act their age, and then you have that thought, then you're going to lead yourself to the feeling of frustration. And when you're frustrated, what do? Well, most of us do things that are not good for us or for our kids or for our family. So if you want to be less frustrated, less stressed, less overwhelmed, and if you want to enjoy your kids more and have fun more and more of a peaceful house, just remember your kids are kids and they're going to act their age.